If you have found over and over again the pattern size for knitting that fits your full and upper bust measurement and will be nice through the shoulders is the wrong size for your hips and your waist, and you don't know what to do because some of these patterns will not be big enough to fit your hip, what do? Hello, my name is Amy Scher and I am a knitting pattern designer with a focus on fit and size inclusivity. Today, let's talk about grading between sizes. Grading between sizes sounds complicated, but it doesn't have to be. All it means is that you are knitting two different sizes for different parts of the body, and these differences don't have to be limited between the bust and the hip. You can be grading between sizes for anything like the bust to the hip, the bust to the waist, the bust to the bicep to the wrist. You can grade in between sizes for any number of things. What you'll be looking for in the case of the hip is whether a garment will have enough ease to flow over the hip as intended by the designer. So for something like my effervescent pullover, which is a cropped boxy fit, which doesn't impact the hip at all, you won't need to make any adjustments at all. And frankly, many of the popular patterns and designers on the market today have extremely oversized and boxy styles. You probably don't need to worry about it in those cases either. The difference between 8 inches of ease and 11 inches of ease at the hip is really not that big compared to -1 versus 3 inches of ease. The difference of 4 inches of ease will matter a lot less when the intended ease is 12 inches versus 2 inches. Grading in between sizes is relatively simple if you don't have a lot of stitch patterning going on. All you have to do is cast on in the size that you need for that part of the body, such as for the hip or for the upper torso area. And then you do increases or decreases very gradually to achieve the size you need in the other part of the garment. You need to do so gradually because you want to maintain the style lines and not have any drastic big angular changes anywhere on your garment. And if you play your cards right and you get the intended ease achieved on the hip and the chest, no one will ever know that you added those increases. I like to add them 4 at a time, 2 on each side in the underarm area, just like an A-line increase. Amongst my customers, this is so common, having a larger hip size than upper torso size, that actually in most of my patterns since 2023 or so, I have been adding a little bit of A-line shaping just to help ease that situation a little, and just so you have a baseline from which to work these kinds of changes. But they're really easy to add for most garments without complex stitch patterning, so you can do that on any pattern. If there are any topics you'd like me to cover, I am all ears. I have endless ideas on what kind of videos about fit that I'd like to make, but I want to hear from you too. So if you found any of my videos helpful and you want to see more, please comment below and I'll try my best to answer. And of course, don't forget to follow and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Thanks for watching and I'll talk to you soon.